African Pioneer Group, an investment company in South Africa focusing on building significant interest in various sectors, including the energy sector, has partnered with Soventix, a solar energy company, to launch a project to install 8 hectares of solar panels in Greenbushes in Nelson Mandela Bay, aiming to alleviate the electricity burden in the metro. The managing director of African Pioneer Energy Group, Makatini, emphasizes the initiative's values in diversifying and moving forward the energy space in the Eastern Cape communities.
I think from an investment outlook and strategies of the company, I think the idea was let's diversify and move to the energy space. We also have, as part of my other responsibilities, the full retail business, which is a big aspect of the African Pioneer Group, as well as the renewable energy space, which is pretty much new in the group. So with that in mind, we were looking for investment projects and also just to add value to the community of the Eastern Cape.
Makatini states that the solar panel system will be very beneficial for the residents.
We use a lot of panels that are put together in a modular fashion. They follow the sun, at the back of which specialized inverters then generate electricity, which is then fed into the grid. So that is very important. Obviously the grid is controlled by the municipality, and therefore this feeds back to the communities or industries. They'll be using that electricity that is generated. That is very important.
This project is expected to generate numerous job opportunities for the local residents.
This is the early phase. I think the sword turning ceremony earmarks the beginning of the project with our EPC contractor Soventix, which was mentioned earlier on. There are 2 phases of the project, obviously, construction as well as operation of the project. So during the construction, part of the responsibilities of the EPC contractor is to look for work packages that can be given to local community members, and those being identified, obviously there's a very elaborate process which we go through to identify and then contract local communities depending on the skills that they have.
One of the stakeholders, the CEO of PowerX, Tembani Bukula, is elated with the project, stating that using a solar system is cheaper than using electricity and predicting a higher potential for solar systems to dominate in the next decade.
As we speak, your solar prices are declining, so it is becoming cheaper to have a solar system in your house to use. In the next 10 to 15 years, we will see more of the residents and commercial and industrial areas using more solar power and using the grid or the power from the grid as really backup power or power that they would use when there is no sun shining.
Nelson Mandela Bay Deputy Mayor Lwalobishe states that this project will address electricity issues and eliminate load shedding in the Nelson Mandela Bay, benefiting the economy by attracting more technology investors.
The solution it's bringing on energy, it's security basically for the city on provision of electricity. So load shedding is going to be a historical thing for our region, and as well on energy solutions we are going to be able to provide more. They even have prospects of expanding in the future. It's going to be beneficial in the sense that when there's sustainable energy, it means more investors are going to come to the city knowing that there's not going to be any load shedding, and as well meaning factories are going to be able to run even 24 hours without being threatened on a shortage of energy.
The managing director of African Pioneer Energy Group formally announced that the project will commence tomorrow, the 11th, and is expected to be completed by April next year. Reporting for MPK TV News, I am Jessica Bobo in Greenbushes in Nelson Mandela Bay.